Boom.
Yeah, and you know what? I should have known. Because I tried it yesterday.
What that?
I thought, that when you get up there, because I watched it on the thing and I thought, you know what, remember that. And the glass thing.
We're going to do that right now.
There you go.
I ain't even going to...
So you know I've been watching.
I know you've been watching. Bro. So also, I'm not going to tell you how it's done. Because if you've watched it,
yeah,
I want to see it. I want to see it's going all across the world soon, mate.
1,
Unity.
2,
But
1. Could have got it better.
Tricky. So first things first, I want people to realise I reached out to you because I've always watched and listened to the collective that you were a part of.
Yeah.
The music was phenomenal growing up. Mashtown, if people don't know about it, in my opinion, one of the most skilled underground UK road rap, if that's what you want to call it. And you had people like Asco, Margs, yourself, Hypo, and people don't know, but Joe Blacks was also, he was a part of Mashtown, wasn't he?
Yeah. Joe Black, T-Mac as well.
There you go. Yeah. And I'm sure there's other names that maybe I'm not.
God bless.
God bless.
Yeah, yeah.
So these people that maybe I'm not privy to.
Yeah.
But I just want to celebrate the sort of transition that you've made because I'm going to be honest, I feel like the music version of you, I enjoyed, but this version of you coming back, is I really feel you're putting such a great message into the world. A part of things like the listening party, your own podcast with Lippy for the culture. Yeah, I mean, let's actually just go from the beginning. We'll start about how your life was. So growing up, let's go from scratch. Where you're from?
Well, I'm from Hackney. I grew up in it's not really the most known place in Hackney. Jack Dunning.
Okay.
So Jack Dunning, I grew up in Jack Dunning in my early days, and just around all the bods. Well, we used to call the bods. What you call the white. Well, they'll call the white boys now, innit? But we used to call them.
Is that what they used to be called? Bods.
Yeah, the bods. It used to be like around the bods and that. Like we used to have like in Jack Dunning, it was crazy because there was like a black section and a white section.
Okay.
But we all mix. Hence the reason why you will catch some people from Hackney that don't really have the Cockney lingo.
The lingo.
Do you get what I'm saying?
100%.
Like me, I grew up on that when I was like 7, 8, 9 years old. Like, do you get what I'm saying? So that's where my little lingo comes from, like from my early days of living in Jack Dunning and then moving to Clapton.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I feel like what a lot of people notice is old school East End geezers. Most people think that just white blokes would have spoke Cockney, but a lot of black geezers from East towards your generation at that point were speaking quite Cockney-ish. Yeah, because you know?
It's like a lot of these things are within our culture. Do you get me? When I say within our culture, like we used to just at 8 years old go and hang outside the pub, knowing that the guys are gonna be. Well, we know now that they were drinking and they were drunk.
Okay.
Like, you get me? But knowing that they'll come out of there
and do a mad
thing. No, but happy as hell and give us a tenner. Do you know what I mean?
Okay. So what ages are you talking
about 8 years old, 9 years old. It was like, our house was there and the pub was like round the corner from there. Like, do you know what I mean? So we just used to go around there and the boys would be like, oh, Trish, what's going on, mate? Like the Ralph Lauren and the Stonies and that. And
yeah.
Jimmy, white Jimmy and that, and just give us a little tenner. Do you get what I'm saying? And that was dope to us. And we used to steal the little, you know, the bear mats.
yeah. Everyone crumbles them up.
Yeah, we used to put them in our pockets and have them hanging out our pockets and that, like the little pair, like the Fosters or the
yeah. That you'd put under like
the little towel.
That you do that trick.
We used all of that. We used to do all of that. So it was like, yeah, that was my earlier day, and it sounds like it was so early, but I know I moved to Clapton when I was like 10, 11. So them times it had to be like 7, 8, 9.
Okay, so
you get me, but
there's a lower Clapton and an upper. So how is that? Lower Clapton, upper Clapton. How is that separated?
It's separated. It's just we'll get into that.
Yeah.
It's separated just off one road. Like lower Clapton and upper Clapton is just basically separated by a roundabout.
Okay, but are these people affiliated? If someone says they're from lower or upper?
Oh yeah. I think now, just like every area, now they have their disagreements. But in my time, it was everyone was affiliated. Do you know what I mean?
Okay. Because I feel now it's not even necessarily like postcode wars. It could be people literally could be warring people very close to their estate, for example. But it used to just be like, if you're from south, you shouldn't be going east.
It was a lot easier to control, innit? Because if someone's from south, it's just going to be very hard for them to get to east. It's like if someone's from east, I didn't leave east for a time. The only south guys I met was when I was away. So you're not really meeting someone just like, you're not really having arguments. Like the hood was like the safe haven. Because you get back into Hackney, everyone knows.
So everyone's like, "This is the hood. It's dangerous."
I know the dry cleaners. I know the laundrette lady. I know the guy who's had his the Indian guy who's had his sweet shop for 30 years and this, that, and the other. So it was more community then, innit? Where now it's like, oh, you live there and and immediately it wants to. I think because everywhere in a zone where everyone wants to be a boss, they'll make up a group anyway. Okay. Do you get what I'm saying? Because it's hard to be a good
mentality, I think.
It's a good mentality, but it's a bad mentality because it's like if you there's too many bosses and not enough soldiers. Do you get what I'm saying? So that's why I say it's a bad mentality, because if you
not everyone's a boss.
Yeah, you was just supposed to come into what we created. We didn't create nothing bad apart from the one obvious drama that we had. Like other than that, we didn't create nothing bad. So it's like join this. Instead of, no, I want to be a boss. I'm going to create this here.
Yeah, now there's no connection.
There was like one gang coming out of Hackney. Okay. In all honesty.
Okay.
Do you get what I'm saying?
So let's go back now, yeah? So let's create like the nice narrative for people to sort of flow with. So what was your household like? So do you have siblings?
See, you're good at this. No, because I've just gone into like when I was. Someone might just think like, so how was your childhood? Like you're 7, 8, 9 years old. You're running outside of the pub and yeah, I had siblings. My siblings were the closest thing to me.
Of course,
like my siblings were the closest. So growing up with siblings is why we didn't really miss not having the best computers or having the best this and this, that, and the other. But I'm not one of them that's gonna complain. I don't really use the dad story.
Okay.
Because my dad didn't live with me, but I knew my dad. Okay. Like, do you know what I mean? He didn't turn up every time, but he was there and he done.
Yeah, he wasn't a bad man.
He wasn't a bad man, and too many people like to push that narrative, like, and say, "Oh, my dad wasn't there. This is why I'm like this."
And I tell you why. Sorry to cut you. I tell you why as well. Is as you get older, you start realizing, oh, he's just an idiot like me.
Or mum's just like her. She's probably winding him up. That's what I say. You start going,
nah, mum's winding him. Mum is definitely winding him up.
On your side, but
you think that there's some superheroes and that they do no wrong. And when you start growing up and listening to why they broke up and you start going, oh well, I've probably done worse. But you know what my thing is, bro? I don't like when a lot of people do this. I think that people in general shouldn't get involved in their parents' thing. So when people are like, I don't like my dad because what my dad done to my mum, it's none of your bloody business. You don't know what was going on in that time and that era. My mum wouldn't tell me anything that was going on with my dad. And I don't want to know because my dad is my dad and I love him just how I love him. Mm-hmm. Do you get me? So my thing is, don't spoil that for me. Mm-hmm. Do you get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. All I know is that the other people where you can obviously see your dad putting hands and that on your mum, that's obvious. I didn't see that from my dad. I didn't hear my mum not once disrespecting. The most she said is, move from the window, he's not coming. Sorry, I didn't mean to laugh.
But bro, because everyone's had that. When you're out the window like that and every car you're thinking, fucking hell, that's him.
Sorry, I didn't mean to laugh at that.
It's just true.
I know exactly what you're saying.
You know what I'm picturing?
Because I kind of used to do the same thing, but like, you already know what you're preparing yourself for. Actually, no, he's not necessarily coming back at this moment.
Oh, I wasn't preparing myself for that. My mum was preparing me. But for me, every weekend I thought he was coming. Don't worry, mum.
Oh, okay.
He's on his way.
All right, okay.
He said that 6 hours ago. Don't worry, give him time.
So,
do you know what I mean?
So now your family unit. So you had you have brothers.
Yeah. I got one of my brothers. We got the same parents.
Okay.
After my mum wasn't with my dad, my mum got with her next fella, and that's how I got my extended family, my other brothers.
Okay, so
yeah,
as a bloke growing up in East London at this point, in a very, very rough time in Hackney, right? Because what Hackney is today is, you know, people love to rave there. It's expensive. Hippies are there. It's like a museum of where someone can have a good time now. But you have been through things that I would say a lot of people haven't. Even people who may say they have. Some of the things you've gone through, which we're going to get into, many people haven't. And I really feel it can teach people, young and old, about your experiences and how people can learn from that. So, what type of bloke? Actually, not even bloke. Boy, what boy was you like at this point then? So you're 10, 11, you're going into year 7. What's the crack at this point? What's your mindset like?
10, 11, the crack is just like basically you're living in a house with a lot of siblings and your parents ain't that rich. So there is no even taking 3 biscuits. You got to take 1 biscuit.
And you're the middle child?
I was like in the middle. Like me and my mum's boyfriend's daughter, which is my sister. We was like the middle ones. Me and my sister Ika. So we're in like the middle. But my mindset was just like, you know, like help my mum. And when I say help my mum, like everyone likes to make out like the big help your mum dream and
I did the same thing.
I was just going to. Sometimes I might just come back with 2 packs of biscuits and some bread. Do you get what I'm saying? At 11 years old, like
they appreciate small things.
Where I've look, my mum, she'll be like, "Where you get that money from?"
Oh, mum, yeah.
She's like, "Where'd you get that money from to buy something as small as bread, like and biscuits?" And I'm thinking, no, because like
hardo bread's expensive as well. Bro.
I'm noticing that. Bro, I'm noticing that there's a lot of us. You get me? And bread's going like that. Like 2 slices.
Yeah, that's a lot of people to be looking after herself and all these children.
So my mindset is just like, you know what? How can I help in the littlest way and da-da-da-da-da? And I'm starting to, at 10, 11, I'm starting to go secondary school.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm starting secondary school. So I'm doing my little money up the wall. I'm selling sweets out my locker and stealing Parker pens out of Woolworths. Remember Woolworths?
Of course.
Stealing Parker pens.
I remember when they brought that down.
Yeah, I was fucking fuming.
Yeah.
They're lucky.
Everyone loved Woolworths.
Yeah.
W.H. Smith is still standing.
It's still standing, but Woolworths was the one because it had the pick and mix. So the pick and mix in Woolworths was like crazy, but we used to steal little things like Parker pens and this, that, and the other, bring them to school, put them in my locker, and sell them in school.
Okay, so now, you know, obviously, did you have your dad around you at this point?
Oh yeah.
Keeping you away from like the dangers of money and stuff. Okay.
No. My dad was.
Or even your mother.
What I see now, my mum couldn't do it because my mum was busy. As I know now, as a man, my mum was busy sorting out her relationship. My mum was busy sorting out 5 siblings living in a 2-bedroom house. And now the 2-bedroom house, think of it, 5 people in it. 2 of them's in a relationship, so they have to stay together. Do you get what I'm saying? My little sister's just been born, and my little sister's in a cot in my mum and my stepdad's room. My little sister's in a cot in there. And there's another 4 of us in the next room. Okay. You get me? And my mum and stepdad just bought 2 bunk beds. So there's 1, 2, 1, 2. Do you get what I'm saying? So that's 4 coming out of that room and another 3 coming out. 7 of us in one house, 2-bedroom house. Do you get what I'm saying? But it was adventurous, to say the least. Do you get what I'm saying?
So this period is, I think, pivotal. Especially if you're living in London. You're young, you're a boy. You're now wanting things that are more expensive than what's for your mum's budget. I want Harachis now. Oh, I want this PS2 game. But you're too young to work. So at this point, you're paying money up the wall and all these things. what were your friendships like at this point, and did you start being sort of influenced into things, or how was that period?
I think the first time I think I got influenced is I had a friend. I got a friend. Sorry to say, had like my guy. He ain't been on these roads for a very long time. Like Shakady, like my guy Shakady. He was going. He used to go. He used to be in the same class actually.
And this is from year 7.
This is from year 7.
Cool.
And he was very. You know, you got one of them friends that is in year 7, but his brain is in year 10.
Oh yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? He was very advanced. I used to have older brothers that would give me hand-me-downs. So my brother would have he's already in his 14, 15-year-old zone, and he's he's getting like remember the starter jackets, the Miami Dolphins, the Raiders,
Oh yeah.
He used to get that and hand me down so I wasn't really.
So you wouldn't have really have to pay for it.
Yeah, I wasn't really stressed about the new trainers and the new things and that.
Because was your older brother sort of going, here, hold that?
Yeah.
At this point.
Yeah.
So I always used to stressed about those things my friends.
I was just stressed about having a little extra 20, 30 pound. And as I said, my guy Shakady, because he was so advanced, he used to be like, let's just till because we used to have sweets. Let's get some Parker pens. Sell them for like the Parker pens are like £3. Steal them, sell them for like £5. Because the little black kids are coming in with like £2 for the week. That's what I'm getting. But I've got my little white mate there whose mum's giving him £5 a day, and it sounds like nothing, but £5 a day to go to school is a lot.
You get £2 chicken and chips, and that's
He's buying the most. He's buying the most, and I'm thinking, damn. Like, do you get what I'm saying? But yeah, we're just doing our little minor little bits of hustling these times. Like, you get what I'm saying? I've got older brothers that are handing me down their stuff. My older brothers are going to the secondary school and getting their names a bit known.
Okay,
so it's helping me along my way. You know what I'm saying? Did
you know what your brothers, or for example, were a part of, or what they're like, where this money was coming from, or anything?
My brothers weren't even a part of anything.
Okay.
Right then, my older brother Tyrant, he was just bad. So when I'm seeing like just police coming to the house and this, that, and the other, he was just bad, like just getting arrested on, getting suspended from school, and mumsy stressing and this, that, and the other.
But are these things getting confusing for you? Like, why are they coming to the house?
They're getting confusing for me, and they're scaring me a bit. Because I'm thinking, damn, like you, at 11 years old, bro. A police officer at your door. You think he's going away for life?
Yeah.
And all he's done is steal some bloody sweets. Like, you get what I'm saying? But I think it bloody the tide turned when I got arrested.
Okay, so let's slow this down. So, year 7, you're starting to, you know what I mean? You're starting like at this point, young girls are starting to sort of, you know, experiment with sex, and you're starting to understand sex, and now you're dealing with wanting the new Hirachis, and all these things are happening. So when did you sort of start going a little bit different in terms of like maybe getting in a bit more trouble officially, maybe with police, etc.?
My brothers, Dan, Kassa, Tyron, my older brothers, they were like 2, 3, 4 years, 3, 4, 5 years older than me.
Okay.
Do you get what I'm saying? Within their ages. Like, so, and they were my number one guides.
Okay.
Do you get what I'm saying? So they're the only person, they could be the baddest man out there, and I'm not even seeing him. I'm just seeing my brothers.
Of course.
Do you get what I'm saying?
And were you confident at this point?
No, not really.
Was you into football at this point? Were you doing sports?
I used to do basketball.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I was a basketball man. I used to do basketball. I played for Hackney.
Okay.
Obviously played for my school and this, that, and the other. We used to play a lot of basketball.
So how was you? Out of 10?
I was like anyone that knows me. Anyone that knows me. And I know Dom doesn't believe it, bro. So let Dom put his money down. And I'll hit a few shots. I was great at basketball.
Okay.
No, I was
Why
dope.
did you stop then?
Because it was... No, come on, bro. Why I stopped? I always crack a joke and say, you know what? The day we had an important basketball game, I ended up doing a robbery. So it was like that. you know what I mean?
Do you want some more?
Yeah, come on, bro. So it was like,
Josh, you having some?
I stopped because yeah, I just say life things, innit? Like when your mates are going to do this and that and the other, and you're thinking,
I don't want to miss out.
Yeah, I don't want to miss out. Do you know what I mean? So basketball was like the 13, 14 stage, innit? So do you get what I'm saying?
But like, because I feel, and I always said this, I said this during the car, that I feel there's a lot of people that can be influenced now from so many different realms. It could be from your friends, the media, the drill, wherever it is, to do crud. Like, if your friends, like me, what saved me is growing up with a specific set of friends that I'm still very close with to this day. It helps. I wanted to do what they wanted to do.
Yeah. So
if my friends were on badness, maybe I would have done the same. So talk to me about how things evolve. So when did you say you got arrested?
Let's say, let's say how things evolved in my in my criminal life. In my criminal life, I say I've gone to the first part, and just said like stealing pens, just something as small as that.
Okay.
Well, actually,
from where? Though?
From actually, when I was like 10 years old. Funny story. I stole the you know when you got to bring in £3, everyone's going to the seaside. You got to bring your money for a trip, and you got to bring it in and put it in the envelope. Your mum says like, "Oh, we got trip money." Da 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 da.
Yeah.
I was like 10 years old, and the teacher was like,
for school trips as well.
I stole all the money. It was like 56 quid. I was well up.
Well, as in, so did they all give it to you?
No. The teachers put it in the drawer, innit? So I've seen them put it in the drawer. When they used to put it in the envelope and put, "Oh, kids, all the money's in the envelope here."
Okay.
And I'm advanced here. I'm thinking, yeah? Is it?
Yeah.
Do you want to say that again?
Where is it again?
Yeah. So I just went in there, and obviously when you're a kid, like, it's crazy that you do these things and think you're never going to get caught. Right? There's like, what did I do? I think I took some of my friends, like Percy Ingle or something. Okay. And bought like 50 donuts or something.
Right, Percy Ingle's about them times.
Yeah, Percy Ingle's old school. And I think I bought like 50 donuts. Someone was just splashing. I was like, "Girls, come!" Like, yeah. At 10 years old, thinking I'm a big man.
So was you quite a confident person at this point as well?
Yeah, I was very confident. I was very confident because as I said, and I'll keep mentioning, my brothers were advancing in it, and I'm seeing the way they're getting respected by certain people and this, that, and the other.
Okay.
Because of what the little things that they were doing and this, that, and the other. So I had my confidence because I always had my protection. Okay. Even from the first day of secondary school. My secondary school was there, and my brother's secondary school was at Homerton, Hackney Downs, and they were the baddest schools in Hackney. Do you get me? This is where all the villains went to school. Do you get me? And I'm seeing like, do you know what I mean? Like,
so when you was hearing about these villains at this point, me personally, when I began, I was a very shy kid. So anything to do with crime, villainry, whatever it would be, I was scared of. Because I just had one older that would look after me. He's my cousin from Beckton. So he would teach me things. So at this point, are you more of like a Jack the Lad, not scared to get in trouble, or are you sort of starting to look at villains and money in a different way?
I was just sneaky. I was always scared to
Do you know what? I get that. I get that.
I was
cheeky.
Yeah, I was cheeky and sneaky. Sometimes I used to get beat for things that I haven't done, just for the look on my face. And my mum used to be like, no, there's something. You've done something. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Like, but I wasn't confident in doing those things. I never thought I was going to get caught. And the biggest thing that I was scared of was my mum. Not even the police. To this day, I was just scared of my mum. So I just thought, once I've got her figured out, I wasn't even scared of police. Not even in a bad way. When people say, I ain't scared of no police.
Do you know what you just said? Sorry to cut you.
You know what I mean?
I always say this to my mum. Yeah. I am not necessarily even scared about police nicking me or anything like that. It's more you knowing about it. Yeah. It's the conscience of you, how you're feeling.
We're going to get there, bro.
We're going to get there.
You know, we're going to get there because I'm going to let you know the first time that, like, I even had my mum's heart broken. When she even really noticed that. And she's sitting in court and hearing all of this shit. Because before, she's just believing it. Like, why are they nicking my son for? Like, he would never do it. In denial. Do you know what I mean?
Let's slow down.
Yeah.
So, right. We are now getting into trouble.
Yeah.
So what was the first age you got like arrested?
I think it may have been 14.
Okay.
I think I may have.
What was that experience like?
That was a bad experience, man. That was, and you know what it was? Never ever forget, because it was the quietest day. Never forget. It was a bank holiday, and my mum sent me to the shop, and in between going to the shop, I tried to do a robbery, like just a little quick.
Well, on the same day.
Handbag snatch, yeah. On the day of robbery. Okay. I'm never gonna forget. My black brother, a black hero, stopped me. Oh, mate. Like, this is, trust me, I'll never forget his name. His name was Edmund. I can't remember his surname.
Was you in a black tracksuit, hood up and everything?
No, do you know what? And do you know what it was? I took my little sister's bike.
Okay.
So I tried to do a robbery on a pink bike. Like, I'm just trying to make you picture it. No, the way I talk, I try and make people picture it. No,
because people think everything's very black and white.
Yeah, it's not. It's not. Because I don't want you to think robbery and think, oh, gosh.
Yeah, blacked out and he had a bandana around.
I was just a normal little kid, about 14, on a pedal bike, and I done a little robbery, and then a man just held me down, and when I done the robbery,
happen, like you just sort of felt
just so quick. Do you get what I'm saying? And then I'm trying to get away, and then I got away, and he's got the bike. So I go back for the bike because when I go home without this bike, it's death.
Yeah.
Death, bro. Like, so I'm thinking, is it police or mummy? Police, you stay there. Let me just try and sort out mummy's problem. Let me get my bike. But yeah, long story short, they nicked me. And that was my first time I started going to court. That was my first court case. Okay,
so what was that experience like? From scratch? You have to wear a suit, everything? At that age?
Oh yeah, but bro, I'm not gonna lie. I'm one of those pricks. I always wore a suit.
Headpiece looking crisp,
bro. And I used to have my mates there, and you know you've got that bad mate that even if his mum's there or not, he's on badness. But me, when my mum's there, I'm a different person. My mates will be like, "Trick, can't we do what we done?" I say, "No, what did we do?"
Yeah, mate, I'm still the same like that now.
Bro, I'm like this, like legs folded. I'm like. I'm waiting for the judge. I'm not even talking to my friends now because they're trying to
paint the picture of what this looks like as well. So, are you in cuffs at this point?
No, we're well, the first time because I was getting in trouble.
Oh, so is it constant now?
The first time I got arrested and had to go to court, my mum left me in a police station when I got arrested. Okay. And my stepdad, God bless him, my stepdad came for me. Do you get what I'm saying? Yeah. No, I'll tell a lie. All right. She came to the police station and tried to beat me in the police station. I was like, I beg you take me in there, bro.
What, bang?
Yeah, my mum tried to beat me. She tried to beat me. She was like, you know what? Then right in front of the officer. Officer was like, no, sorry, miss, I can't have you talking like that. No problem. But you're gonna take him. But I can't have you. He said, I'm gonna bust his ass. I'm gonna bust his ass when we get out of here. Like, I'm like, you know what? I'm all looking at the officer like, can I go with you? Like, please, can I go with you? Like. Do you get what I'm saying? Because I know my mum's not playing. Like, the officers, I clocked and I clocked that they don't beat you. Because we used to hear stories about people getting beat down in Stockton police station. Stockton police station was very violent and very bad. Do you get what I'm saying?
So is that the closest police station near London Fields?
Our one was Hackney, Lower Clapton.
Okay.
Do you get what I'm saying? So, but them times, it was just carnage, and I'm not gonna lie to you. I would like to let this part of the story out. You know, you're scared. I'm scared because all I've seen is they're telling me I might go to prison.
And are there a lot of people actually in this situation? Are there are there judges and like family and like
what in court?
Yeah, like how many people are sort of in this situation while you're like 14, 15?
Oh, when you're 14, 15, you got probation, you got involved, you got your parents obviously involved, you got the judge, you got the prosecution and this, that, and the other.
That's so intense for
It's mad intense. It's mad intense.
15-year-old. Yeah, are you thinking you're done?
Bro, I'm just thinking like, just tell them the truth, the whole truth and nothing but the truth, what they say. Do you get what I'm saying? But even when you're saying you're thinking you're done, you've only seen shit like Shawshank Redemption. Yeah. I haven't seen an English prison. There's none of this on TV to show that there's
not on yet.
You know, I don't even think I watched Scum by then.
Okay, you've seen it
But
now.
you get me? I've seen Scum.
Oh, okay.
Scum's bad. Scum's bad.
Yeah.
And but you're just seeing like you're just hearing about boarding school and
you're
this,
just
that, and the other.
imagining things that
when you're imagining the prisons with bars.
Okay.
And people screaming out of the bars and putting their hands out. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, going and looking at you like, little nigga.
Bro, I thought that's all I had in my head. I didn't know that the doors were just still and it just had a little flap. So I didn't know that. I was just thinking, no, and I was just shit scared and going to court all dressed up and this, that, and the other. But it was a scary, scary thing. But what happened with that? I think I didn't go to prison. And
okay, so did you get applied for that?
They gave me like a probation or this, that, and the other. They gave me a probation or something like that, and that helped and hindered.
Yeah, because you thought, I've just got away with this. I can get away with fucking anything.
Yeah.
So this gives us a smooth transition into now. A lot of people would wish for you might not think your music career was in as successful as maybe others, but the buzz you guys got was still major to the scene. So at this point, when did you sort of start music, and when did the gang affiliation start? If you're able to explain that period.
Yeah, of course I am, bro.
Was it a gang smooth
affiliation started when my stepbrothers obviously is their dad that's living with my mum.
Okay.
So when they're going home to their mum, sometimes on a weekend, I'm going with them.
Okay.
And these times I'm living in
because you're curious.
Left Jack done in.
It's because you're curious at this point as well.
Yeah. Because you as a younger sibling, you want to hang around with your big brother.
Especially when people respect them as well.
Especially when people respect them. So they're going around their mum's living in London Fields. Do you get what I'm saying? So I'm going around there with them sometimes, but actually it was a bit before that because my friend Shakadi, who I told you about, when I was with him, he was that was my first affiliation with Pembury because I was in Pembury before I was ever in London Fields.
Okay,
do you get what I'm saying? And a lot of people
how
don't
far
know
is that?
People always say London Fields.
Are they two completely different entities?
Yeah. Pembury's like.
My sense of direction is terrible.
No, Pembury's like next to Mare Street. London Fields is like 5-10 minutes down the road.
Okay.
Do you get what I'm saying? London Fields was like, and we used to be two different, like there'll be like Pembury boys and there'll be like London Fields boys.
Okay.
And then we'll just get together on any given day and just have jokes, laughs, boom, 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 chill out with each other. But on a regular basis, the London Fields boys are in London Fields and the Pembury boys are in Pembury.
Okay.
So I was a bit of both. Like, do you get what I'm saying? My aunt used to live in Pembury and my brothers were strong and heavy in London Fields.
So I'm guessing you're now hip. Okay. People aren't trying stuff with you because they know you because of your brothers now. Did you ever have an experience with someone trying to rob you or anything? Because I don't know about you, but when I was around that age, so 7, 8, like, bro, like phones, bro, people were trying to rob me daily.
Someone tried to rob me in the first year, and my brothers battered them. In the first year that I was in school, my brother must have been like third year, fourth year. So one of the fifth years, like, 'cause I was a bit cheeky. So I was like, move, man. And I think he boxed me or something and took something off me.
And was that in school?
And I was like, yeah. And I was like, bro, like, And my brothers used to go to, like, as I said, the baddest schools in Hackney. So when they've come down like 30 deep. You get what I'm saying? And I'm like, when you tell someone my brother's coming after school, and
he's coming.
My brother at home, he's like, after school today, I'm coming to your school. I'm telling the guy all day, my brother's coming out. So my brother come down and just battered the guy outside the school. And from then, I haven't even got nothing to add. From then, for my whole school period, I sailed for it. It was easy.
So immediately though, you've now got this sense of respect and protection where you're because even the man I meet today, because I always say this, I say, don't judge me for what I was, because you wouldn't get this version of me now.
You
understand?
Yeah.
So, like, I can see the cheekiness and the fearlessness in you. So is that what led you to higher versions of crime rather than just stealing? Is that what happened? Or did you just keep thinking, I'm not gonna get bagged. I'm not gonna get killed. Did
Yeah,
that happen?
I don't think you. You didn't even think of that.
Okay.
You didn't think that anyone was gonna leave. Anyone was gonna die. You didn't think that anyone was gonna get arrested. And then I think our higher levels of crime, we used to rob the. So I think you go through the stages, innit? And I always say this is why a lot of these guys out there, they've skipped the stages. Like they just wake up 25 years old and someone gives you some drugs and you start smelling it. And Mine was, as I said, I can show you from 11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
Gradual.
Do you get what I'm saying? Gradual. Because then we're about 15 years old now, yeah? And we're starting to rob the shops. Do you get what I'm saying?
But let me ask you this question. Is it gradual because you understand the levels of consequence for each?
No, it's just gradual because that's what either my older brothers were doing or my older guys that's around me were doing. Everything I done was after them.
Okay.
Do you get what I'm saying? Like,
because you sort of saw from example from the person you love, adore.
Everything I've done and everything I can talk about, there's definitely someone, and if I want to name my will, there's definitely someone who done it before me and showed me that. Do you get what I'm saying?
Okay.
First hand, whether it's
you
my
wouldn't
brother.
have thought, I'm just going to go and start robbing.
Never.
You'd seen the example and thought,
I've seen the example.
Well, they're okay. They've got away with it.
I saw guys, like we used to do clockers.
What's clockers?
Clockers is when you go into the bank and say you're in the queue and I'm just there and I see you. Oh, but this is old school a lot. Can I take out £15,000? So you take out £15,000. I don't know. You might take out 20. We'll be going in and out of the bank for about an hour, 2 hours. But these times you're in the era of no cameras in the bank. So
so what? People wouldn't even notice.
People is not just like you're like, I'm waiting to open up a bank account. And you're just keeping your eye out. And clockers is you could be in front of me and you're taking out £15,000. When you take out £15,000, you do the normal thing. You put it in an envelope, put it in your coat, and then I will walk out after you and then give a little signal to the three guys that's outside and say, yeah, he's got it in there, boom, 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 bam, wherever it might be, 5 grand, 6 grand, 10 grand. I think the highest one was my guy, God bless Mena, he passed away, and he done like 10 grand, like it was like 15 or something, that was his come up. Do you get what I'm saying? But that was clockers, and we used to just go to the banks every day and just go to different banks and see who's taking out what.
So,
do you know what I mean?
At this point, CCTV ain't a thing. You need witnesses for forensic evidence, etc. No camera phones. Do you think the era, because it was so much easier, I'm not saying the task was easier, but getting away was easier. Do you think there was more criminals then or now?
100% more then, and this is why we never had no postcode beef, because we was all busy trying to rob
and just get money
and get money and do
why
something.
are we fighting?
It was like, no, we got no time to fight. Like, you get what I'm saying? You look like an idiot trying to fight someone, but we're going here. Like, you go and do that then, because I can't do that today. I need to go here. I've clocked this up. I'm da-da-da-da-da. And this is when we're getting into robbing the bookies.
So hold that thought.
You get what I'm saying?
Robbing the bookies, I need to piss.
Right. Oh yeah, cool.
I'll be back. Right. Sorry about that, guys. I need to go piss. We've got a lot more to get through. So Tricky, let's go back to after the banks now.
No, before the banks, we were at
No, I mean what you was doing when you was running in, taking the cash.
Oh, the clockers, yeah.
Well, and I was saying that basically, you said the last thing you were saying is that there was definitely more criminals then than now, or at least not getting caught.
Yeah.
So tell the people what that was like in East London at that point. You're running around and not necessarily getting caught as quick as today.
Yeah, well, we used to, as I said, there were so many stages, like we done theft, burglary, small robberies, then you get onto the bigger robberies, which are like the bookies and this, that and the other. So when I'm doing my little handbag things, my brothers and that are already robbing the bookies.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying?
And how are they doing that, if you don't mind saying?
Just running in. What we used to do is, no mask, we used to use tights.
Oh, yeah. Like in Snatch and that, where it goes over your face.
It's the old East End way, bro. Anyone will know. Like,
it'll muffle your face.
Anyone that tell you that they use tights, there was a proper robber. We used to use tights.
I think that was better.
Yeah, 100%. It just muffles up your face, and certain times they come with like the the camera that was in there, the one camera, and it'd be like, oh, that's not me. Do you know what I mean? But we used to do tights and do bookies and shops and this, that, and the other. But yeah, that was the main part of robbery there.
But when you was doing this, right? Explain for the people. Because obviously it's hard to sort of place your mind back because it's a journey. You the way you think now, you laugh at the way you thought then. But are you realizing how serious this is?
No, of course not. Of course not. I think anyone who tells you that they realized how serious it was, obviously left and not done it. You get what I'm saying?
Okay.
Because anyone who was in it you obviously didn't realize how serious it was.
Of course.
Because you stayed in it. Do you know what I mean? So I didn't.
But do people stay in it for the money, the respect, the clout? Like what? Like if you're not getting caught.
No, for my thing, it was just a robbery. I mean, it was just the money.
Okay.
So I think when I got away with like my first like bookies robbery or something and got like 8 grand between 4 of us, and I got 2 grand in my pocket and this, that, and the other, and I'm feeling like the richest man alive at the moment. Like, do you know what I mean? And
so from young, are you feeling like I've got dough? Like, what are you buying? Are you buying design? What are you doing with this dough?
You're buying. I'll buy like a Stone Island coat for like 800 quid. Because when you get the money, you just wanna, because of my parents, I just wanna get rid of it quick and fast, the best way I can.
As in, get rid of the
money.
Oh, okay.
Like, I can't bring this money. I can't bring this money home. My mum still cleans my room on occasion.
Okay, because are you just getting pure cash at this point?
Yeah, you're just like not even pure cash. We would rob when we needed to. So if I done a
so it weren't a constant lick.
Yeah, well, it was kind of constant because we were spending the money fast. So if I lick 2 grand and spend 700 on a coat, buy a 110 night tracksuit, 110 trainers, before you know it, you're like, it's gone low, man. What I saw before, which was 2 grand, it's gone down to like 700 quid. It looks low. Do you know what I mean? Then it goes down to like 300 quid, and you're like, I've got to do this again. Okay. You know what I'm saying? And then bam, and then you're spending money even more faster.
Okay.
So it's like more robberies. Do you know what I mean?
But so, for the people watching, so your mindset right now, I remember my first ever job was Halfords at like 16 years of age. I'm getting £4 an hour. So I never ever experienced fast, good money. So how are you taking this in emotionally, physically and mentally at this point? So you're not hurting anyone, but you're doing quite serious crime and can get quite a very serious bird for it. Like, how are you feeling at this point?
I didn't see no one getting sentenced.
Okay.
So because I didn't see no one getting sentenced, like I didn't have no uncles who done big birds or nothing. You know, some people will be like, oh, my uncle done bird or my dad done bird. My dad didn't do no, as far as I know, my dad didn't ever see a prison in his life.
Okay.
Obviously my mum didn't. So I'm not seeing it. My brothers weren't in prison. I'm not seeing no one go to prison. So I'm not seeing the major consequences at this stage.
Who don't hear will feel.
Yeah, do you get what I'm saying? So all I'm doing is hearing people say like, you know, you got to stop that.
But who's telling you that though?
It's just the odd uncle.
Or sisters?
Do you get what I'm saying? Nah, not my sisters. My sisters didn't really know too much. They were in their own world. My brothers were kind of in their own world. And my brothers were doing what they could to keep me away from it. Like, no, you don't need to do that. But I'm seeing them do it. And I'm thinking, what the fuck? Like, do you know what I'm saying?
So, did you get arrested and actually do time before the music? Was the music before? Yeah, explain before that period. Music,
this was like, we done, and this is after the clockers and that, some of them started to do like, bank robberies and building societies and bookies and travel agents.
Okay.
So after the bookies, it was travel agents. We used to do travel agents. They used to have like Lumpoly, travel agents, going places. Remember the travel agents that was there?
That was quite a popular one.
Yeah, we just used to run
adverts.
We just used to run in them and.
So did they have cash there ready?
Yeah, they used to remember there wasn't no internet, so people are and I'm saying that so I can explain to people how it went, and people can be like, oh. For real, if there wasn't no internet, how was people booking their holidays? They was booking it with cash. So they just go in there, cash. You go in there at a certain time, about 4 or 5 o'clock, and there's like 13, 15 grand of deposits and holidays booked of people and this, that, and the other. So we're robbing them and we're going back and forth and just robbing these places.
So I'm guessing you're using weapons at this point.
No, that was our one thing because we used to. My brother always used to say. I used to always hear them talk and say, you know what, no weapons, because if you use a weapon, it turns into an armed robbery instead of a robbery.
Okay.
And then you think armed robbery is much more serious
in terms of how much time, I'm guessing.
How much time, how serious the police are going to treat it.
Okay, I agree. Because no one, I guess.
So we used to
no one's life's in danger immediately.
Yeah, and I always tell people we didn't need to scare them because 5 black guys with tights over their face running into them. That's enough. Do you get
People ain't getting paid enough to be dealing with that shit.
They're not on it. They're like, you know what, just take the money and go about your business. So you didn't need to come with a knife or a gun. I wasn't one of those guys.
Okay.
I was totally against them things because I still had it was crazy. All through my crime life this happened as well. I always had a heart.
Okay.
So I'll see a woman in the bank while we're in there and trying to do. I'm seeing a woman screaming and I'm thinking, oh, fuck.
See,
do you get what I'm saying?
What I love about you is that you're painting the realist portrait that like everyone just gets this picture of people just running in there and everyone's big men and they're hard, but you're actually still thinking at that point, look, we just want the dough. I don't want to hurt you. Please stop screaming. You're going home nice.
We used to say that. And the one I got caught for, which I first done my bird for, so we can move on with the story. The one where I first done my bird for was like 15, 16. And we robbed a Going Places. I can't remember where it was. I think it might have been in Chinkford or something.
And sorry to say, was you doing all of these robberies in your own area as well, near where you live?
No, we used to just jump on the train and go somewhere and.
But you had a lick plan? Or was it just?
Nah, we just used to meet up in the morning and just find any place that
cool.
had any sort of travel agents, any sort of bookies or bank or whatever. We used to just jump off the train and go and do what we're doing.
Okay. Right, so I'll go into prison a little bit because I know this sounds like doom and gloom, but this man's done a lot of good. A lot of good. Hence the reason I just had to get in touch and try and get Tricky on today. So now you're young, you're in prison. Did that really change you? Did that make you go harder into the streets at that point?
Well, prison was the divide from robbery going into the world of drugs. Do you get what I'm saying?
Oh, okay, because it's a very
when I got done for robbery, it was like everyone was in for robbery. So all the guys, even the guys that were before me and the old ones I was looking up to, they was in for their robberies, and this was like 96, 97, and all of us was in prison, was in Feltham these times. So
was you all in there at the same time? As
well? All of us,
same wing, everything.
About 20 of us, like different wings, like 4 of us here, 4 of us there, 4 of us there, 4 of us there. So that, and I'm painting this picture to show you like that wasn't the learning. That was a bit of a learning stage, but it wasn't because it was so easy because all my friends were there.
Okay.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, because it's just you've just gone from one hood to now you're in a
it was like
institutionalized, but your boys are still there. Like for example, you know, my friends aren't in that life. So if I was to go prison today,
you're on your own. Yeah.
What's gonna happen to me?
Yeah.
Do you understand?
But it's crazy that you say that because that's why I always tell to people I couldn't go prison today, just because of the freedom of a child being in prison and the freedom of a man being in prison is totally different. As a man, you got bills to think about, you got kids to think about, you got this to think about. I'm in prison at like 15 and nothing to think about.
Nothing even.
I just got to think about, am I getting...
Nothing even makes sense.
Is my mum going to send this £20 so I can spend it and this, that and the other? Because I got, like, when I went to prison, I got used to the whole place within 2 days.
Okay.
Within the first day, it was like shock. You wake up in the morning. I got 18 months for that robbery.
Okay.
I got 18 months. I was lucky. My Cody's got like 3 years, 4 years.
Okay.
All my other guys got 5 years. And 6 years and yeah.
So now I just want to go into a bit more of a celebratory aspect of your life, right? For me, I'm heavy into my music. You know this. You can clearly tell, especially from when we drove in and the conversation we had. You got such incredible rappers around you and yourself. What was that buzz like? So you got Asco, unfortunately incarcerated at the moment. Margs, who to this day, it still pains me sometimes to watch him do No Behaviour. Big up No Behaviour. Because I think he's an incredible, one of the best lyricists.
He'll tell you he's incredible. I'll tell you he's incredible. And Margs was...
But it's just
it's
mad,
crazy that you
like,
even just say... You said Asco, and it's crazy that you just pinpointed on Margs. Because Margs was like the first one out of all of us to start rapping.
Right, okay.
Yeah, Margs was like
and he
the
started
first
doing
one.
grime as well, I think.
I don't know. I know he was into grime. I know he's a big... Because I'm not really a grime man. But he will definitely... He's definitely the judge. Out of all of us, he's the judge of grime. Like, he will let you know, like, grime has been around for a long time and grime is my thing and I love it. And
Do you know what I like, though? Because the success that you guys have had all across the board, it's, mate, the record labels, the views, the actual good music that you've all guys produced, that song that you and Margs did, is still one of my favourite hood tunes from back in the day. Lyrically, it's just crazy to see you in that lifestyle back then. That's it, a big problem.
Brand New Problem, yeah.
Brand New Problem, sorry. And I just look at everything that you guys are doing. So your podcast, For the Culture, No Behaviour podcast, which Loons and Margs, I just think they're doing an amazing job. You and Lippy are doing an amazing job with this podcast. So why is it now, like, how has this happened where you guys all clearly have such great reputations and views and respect and talent? Like, how did it transcend from road rap to just going into the media space you're in? I want to hear from scratch.
I think when we was doing music, and this is what I would say to a lot of people that do music, you can't do both.
As in,
and I think it's a
media
disease.
and music?
No.
Okay.
As in crime and music.
Okay.
You can't do both. And we try to do both. And I try to do both. But when we're coming out and we're saying our lyrics, everything, we're believing that everything that we say has to be the truth. So everything that Margs is
to make it authentic.
To make it authentic. So everything that Margs is talking about, or everything that Asco's talking about, or everything that Hypo's talking about is actually true. It's the truth. It's the truth. So if we're saying, you know what, we just come from this shooting and and we're doing this and we're back and robbed this and sold this amount of drugs and it's the truth. So when you're saying the truth, the police come for you. See,
so were police coming for you back then?
Oh, 100%. But this is when, well, okay, cool. Let's get back. Well, when I came out of prison, as I said, it was a transition. I stopped doing robberies. I was like, no more of that. My brothers, obviously, always, and I'm kicking.
And was that because of the prison that you said no more of this? Or?
No. It was just like, you've come out now, and there's a different thing going on.
Okay.
Like, people are selling drugs, so it's like, no. Like, and the people that I keep mentioning, my brothers, I've mentioned them a couple of times, and I keep mentioning they were 3-4 years ahead of me. Okay. So where they're ahead, I'm just seeing what needs to be done.
Okay,
Do you get what I'm saying? So I'm thinking they're not doing these robberies no more when I come home, and they're like, no, it's this now.
Okay.
They got Averex jackets, which ain't like the Stone Islands now, and these Averex jackets are like, do you know what I mean?
Why did they go out of fashion so quick?
I don't know. We have to bring them back. I saw someone in a music video bring them back the other day.
I was actually at Stratford Station, hard day's work. You look to my right, DWE sitting there with 6 designer bags next to me. And he had an Averex on, and this was like last week.
Oh, see, there you go. He's bringing it back. Averex has to come back, because Averex was proper. They're by. So my brothers were into drugs. One of them selling weed, next one selling drugs, and and he's like, you know what? When I come out of jail, he's like, hold that. But I didn't, and this is how much I didn't know even about drugs. Like, he gave me an ounce, and never forget, and gave me a few customers and this, that and the other, and I'm selling it to them, and I'm thinking, fuck me, this is easy.
Yeah, I'm just boom, there's money in my hand.
He's just giving me an ounce, but I'm not knowing that I have to take this ounce money back and pay for it.
And actually give it to
so
him.
I've gone back to
so
my
you've got
brother.
this cash and you've got to give it to him.
I've got the cash and I just gone and bought an Average jacket and some trainers and a tracksuit. And my brother's like, all right, cool.
Well,
like,
where's that money gone?
Where's that money? I'm like, what money? I'm there in my Average jacket. I'm like, what money? He's like, what did you do? Like, he's like, where'd you get that jacket from? Like, I just bought this jacket. It's brand new, bro. Here's the receipt. Like, what are you asking about my jacket? But he's not asking about my jacket. And I always say this. I always say sorry to my pals, like, because I'm saying he was thinking, where is the re-up money? It's re-up money,
of
isn't
course.
It? But I'm thinking,
but are you explained that though?
No, I'm not. He didn't explain that to me. He just said we're selling drugs. So I just thought we're just selling. I thought this is easy, and it's just like a rock of something. So it's like, I can get another one, isn't it?
Yeah. Like, what are we doing?
I've come back to him, ready to go again without no money and just more clothes. I'm like, yep, ready to go again, boy.
But listen, this is what I find crazy, and this as I've got older, the way that the real world resonates with the streets, right? In terms of these types of deals, like what you said the other day, invisible contracts. A 360 deal in music, for example, everyone used to go, why do people from X Factor never do well? The ones that win. Why is that? You're getting this person who's been earning £5 an hour for the last 20 years. They've now bust. They're being bought. Someone who's never had a penny is now being given £7 million. But they've got creative control. This person's got £7 million in their account. I'm done out. I'm done at it. I'm going to be spending dough. I'm going to be partying. I'm going to be getting on it.
Yeah.
They don't know the 360 deal is just a trap because you that money
you give
needs to come back, and the rest is yours.
Yeah.
So same situation. I feel if people just apply themselves with something else, they won't have to do what you did.
I've done that about,
and it's good that it was your brother.
Yeah.
If it was someone else.
Yeah, it would have been.
You're in their pocket.
It would have been problems. Like, and he was like, you know what, like you're like, and the thing is, I've done it twice. Because I remember the second time, he was like, nah, you're fucking pissing me off. I'm not going to give you no more of this. And And my other brother used to sell weed. So once I clocked where he used to sell, to take the weed from, I used to steal some.
Okay.
And steal like a quarter. And sell to my little friends, little fiveses and that and this, that, and the other.
So did you like understand money? Like, I feel like you was more a people person, real guy about the life that you're living. But I feel just from speaking to you, like, it wasn't even all necessarily about the money.
No, it was.
Am I wrong there?
No, 100% not. 100% not. It wasn't. Well, bits of it. Yeah, I was a bit all about the money and a bit all about
the whole package.
And a lot was you know, like you're impressing your parents, as I keep mentioning my brothers. I was trying to impress my brothers at the same time.
Okay.
And just waiting for that day that my brothers say, you know what, you're certified.
Okay.
I didn't need no one else out there. No other gangster and this, that, and the other. As I said, bro, I had bigger brothers, so I didn't look up to no gangsters.
Okay.
I didn't look up to no bad guys in my area. I rated them, but my brothers were the baddest thing in the world to me. Okay. I'm just a kid, like, and anything I brought them to. And other people. The other people that are around my brothers. So... it wasn't really about the money. It was about and this is what I want to make as a thing for these kids as well, man, because it's about the connection. The connection I got with the people that was around me, the connection's a lot to do with it. So you're getting money and you're getting a connection. You're in dreamland. Okay. You're like, I love these guys that I'm with and I'm getting money with them. All my days, I'm in dreamland, and they're so loyal to me. You know what I mean? Like,
I understand. It's a bit like what you said about why you come on this podcast.
Yeah.
So, why did you feel that you could come on this podcast? Because out of all the people messaging you.
Because, as I said to you, bro, I deal with energy.
Okay.
I'm from a world where you got to walk in a room and try and analyze the whole room with 50 people in it in the space of a minute.
Without Instagram.
In the space of a minute, you've got to analyze the whole room and make sure no one's out there to try and kill you. And how do you do that? You got to do energies, bro. So I got to look at you and look at this girl and make sure this girl's not going to make a phone call to someone else and So me reading someone's energy off Instagram is the easiest thing in the world. Straight away, I can read someone's energy
off their Instagram just video story,
off their video stories, off their posts, off the way they talk, just off the way they write out a caption and what they say within that caption.
Mate, just what you just said there,
Trust
that
me,
is
bro.
a big one.
The way they write out a caption,
You can make a fake photo or
do anything you want.
But the caption.
The way I write out a caption, and people will be like, "Oh, LOL," and da 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 da.
Wait. Why do you write in capital letters?
Do you know what?
I nearly forgot that one.
Nah, do you know what? It's crazy because I write in capital letters because I think it was a habit, and it's a mad habit now.
I feel like you're going, damn, I'm gonna be there.
No, my mates say that to me all the time. Tricky, stop shouting at me.
No, but I like it.
And I'm
you're the
not
only
shouting.
person that that's ever done that.
I don't know why I do that. It just started as a little thing, and I've been doing it for like 3 years. And
Okay.
people are like, if you look at all my captions,
It's your
brand,
like your signal.
Even if I talk to you, and you're one of them that can know now. It's not only on Instagram. Don't I talk to you in the WhatsApp? Capitals the same.
But
Messages, it's capitals.
No,
I do emails in capitals.
So that's why I was like,
yeah.
I was like, I like it because I come from a promoting background, events. So I used to do that, and like people would always message me back going, "You sound like you're going
You're shouting, yeah.
So when you there was a lot of little signals that I just went, I just like what you're doing and what you're saying, and the reason I say that is I feel being a black man, you're fearless in saying certain things that I think many black people believe but are scared to say because they'll be shunned as not being black. So I get people tell me I'm not black because I've got white friends, or I'm black because I like a white woman, or
this is the beauty.
And I just really like that you and Lippy say the truth. Like black lives didn't matter to you guys when you were stabbing each other up only a few months ago, but now I'm not black enough if I don't post a BLM square.
But with me,
all these things I just really feel are good about you.
Me. I just sit there and believe that I've gone through all the police stops. I've gone through the police running up in my mum's house. I've gone through the police smashing up my car windows and taking my baby mother's car off her on the street and stopping her 5 times a week. So you can't, there's nothing you can do, anyone in the world can do to show me that I'm not black enough. Do you get what I'm saying? I've worked with kids for like 3, 4, 5 years. Like, do you get what I'm saying? To try and help them get off the street and for whatever reason I've done it for, I've done it. So no one can tell me like that I'm not black enough. Okay, like, it's not nothing that I'm ever scared of. You know,
but
people
mate,
are like,
I love that about you because people will take you more seriously because of your past. So people, and I said this to you in the car, like people will hear about the crud you used to do, but this nice, funny, successful guy is on this side, and they're looking at both going, how?
Don't add up.
He had straps.
Yeah, some people say like, Tricky, I know you're just lying. I know you got a gun there. And I'm saying, no, that's not me. Yeah, think that, bro. Sweet. I've got nothing to, because you know when you get to as I said to you, like when you got nothing to prove to no one, bro, you're free, bro. You're free. Before I had something to prove, so I wasn't free. I wasn't free to talk. I wasn't free to say this. I wasn't free to sit down with you and talk.
That's very, very, very true, man. And I just find it mad that like you're all doing so well in this media space. You know, big up Margs, big up Loons, big up yourself. Yeah. Like everything you're doing is just resonating so well. So with you and Lippy, for the people, you know, we've been speaking a long time. I want to get to some of the really good things. So you and Lippy, how did that start?
I saw big up my guy Babs. He does Blacklisted UK. It was a podcast that I went on.
I don't know if I've heard that one. Okay.
Blacklisted. I went on Blacklisted and done an interview. My first ever interview I done.
And is that ever?
Ever. I wouldn't sit down with a soul.
I read one that you did though that you really like Coldplay, so I like that.
100%. If anyone follows me, like they know Coldplay, Take That. That's all a bit of me, bro.
Bad.
I don't give a damn. People will be like, "Chicky, is that the music you listen to?" Yes.
Yeah.
Do you want me to wake up and listen to bloody Diggity or Lowski or something
like that? My thing.
Yeah, like I can't wake up and listen to drill music, bro. I'll be stabbing the missus, mate. You'd be like, wake up, like, with a fucking knife, like, do you know what I mean? Like, I know, mate, I need a Coldplay when I wake up. Yeah. I'll listen to drill music after 8.
Yeah, sorry I brought you there. So.
After curry's finished, I'll listen to drill music, before I go sleep.
Sorry I brought you there. So, it was your first interview with Blacklisted.
Yeah. So I done my first interview, Blacklisted, and Babs, my guy, and Reds and Ish, they was doing something and they spoke. And when I heard it back and heard how I was speaking, I thought, you know what? Because I don't really like to hear myself. I thought you're kind of ready.
So do you watch all your episodes back?
Oh, 100% now I do.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
I find it really fucking hard.
I used to, but I love myself now. I love myself.
And you should.
I watch myself and I give myself joke. I'm like, nah, seriously.
Yeah,
I'm laughing.
Calls me a narcissist though.
Nah, I love myself, man. I love myself, bro.
You go.
No, I love myself. So even if I've got 80,000 views on a video, 70,000 is me.
Just you yourself.
70,000 is me tapping in like everyone's house. Like, give me your iPad, like
with them shiny phone. Legs.
Yeah, bro.
They always call you shiny legs,
bro. Because I'm always wearing shorts in it. I love shorts. I'm surprised I'm not wearing shorts today.
I do love shorts.
Like, do you get what I'm saying?
So you and Lippy.
But yeah, you were saying me and Lippy. I saw his video, and he made me laugh, and I contacted Babs.
Okay.
And I was like, Babs, because I went on his podcast. I was like, Babs, can you find me someone to sit down with, like how you lot are doing it? Like, I want to sit down with someone.
That's good, man. It's mad that you, because usually you try and sit with your friend or
do you know what?
But it's good that you actually did that.
I knew I didn't want to sit down with none of my friends, because if I sit down with any of my friends, you're gonna get maybe not what you've seen all the time, but what I've seen all the time. So it's gonna be hard for me to get out that.
I know, the authenticity.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard.
And that's what I said about.
So I rate Margs and Loons.
I rate that highly because that's not easy. That is not easy what they're doing.
As I said to you, they've been doing that all their life. So for them to bring it out in the open and show you how we speak every single day,
I really have to condone them for that, because my thing is where I'm doing guests each episode. It's all on me. Like I'm with a different person each time.
It's pressure.
No, it's pressure, but it's less because it's just me. Like I don't have to deal with like another human every week. Like them two dealing with each other every week. You can be friends for your whole lives, but you know they say you only know your real friends or girlfriend once you go on holiday with them.
Bro.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, I have to bring it up. One of my exes, I took her on holiday to Marbella, bro. And we went for 4 days, and the last 2 days we didn't speak.
That's what I'm saying. How long? And was that your first holiday with her?
That was my first holiday with her.
How long was you with her?
I wasn't really with her, but we'll see.
That's where you went wrong. You tried flex.
Yeah, bro.
You tried to.
You know, earlier I was like,
hey, we're going Marbs.
We're going Marbella. She's like, yeah. These times, I'll never do that now because I don't even fucking know you, nutcase. Like,
I ain't been rich enough to do that yet. So
it's like, I don't know.
I keep feeding them dreams that they might go.
I was going. I took her away, and she's just. It was like in the first couple of days, it was cool. Then the last 2 days, we didn't speak. We didn't even on the flight back, she changed her seat to like a Z.
Shut up,
and I was
bro.
in A. Yeah, we're on the same plane, bro.
That is bad,
when we got to Gatwick, I made sure that I was phoning my guys from the airport. I was like, yeah, make sure you pick me up from the airport.
Wait. Did you beat?
We drove past it. Yeah, of course I fucked her before. I think did I sit with her before we went? I think so.
That is mad. Yeah,
you
actually had to change seats.
Yeah. We weren't talking, man. She was mad annoying.
But this is what I'm saying. So when it resonates with the podcast, I feel actually, this is what I love about the brain. I've just literally remembered what I wanted to ask you. Why did YouTube take down For the Culture? Now for that, all the episodes.
Yeah.
What the hell happened?
Someone tried to say that someone tried to get the names. So see, if someone called Dominic Kelman contests Dominic Kelman, even though you've got it there first,
if you ain't copyrighted it,
they will take it down.
That's why you send a letter to yourself with what your company
and other. So we had to go through all that. That's how we took so long to come back.
So someone tried to do that as their own
and say that For the Culture is ours.
But
like
how many views were they getting compared to yours?
They wasn't getting that much, and they only done it because they kept seeing For the Culture pop up. Because there's a lot of For the Cultures out there in America and this, that, and the other.
Really?
Do you know? Yeah. Type in For the Culture, and you see a lot of other ones.
I type in For the Culture, and you see come straight up. Maybe the algorithm is because I watch a lot of Lick Up TV,
English
GRM.
ones as well. In America, someone else's For the Culture will come up.
So, well, to be fair, they are quite generic words.
Yeah, For the Culture.
So let's go into like making that podcast and it's mate, it's doing amazing. And the reason it's doing amazing, I have to pay kudos to you guys and Lippy especially, because again, what I was saying in the car is Lippy looks like your average road boy who's just, you know, doesn't care about certain things and will say whatever. But I really feel like he's a very, very intelligent person and very unapologetic to his opinions, but is very good at, you both are very good at articulating yourselves. But I do feel you and Lippy could be saying the same thing. His might be more impactful and people might go, yeah, but you might say it and people go, oh, Tricky, you're chatting rubbish.
Let me tell you.
And I think that's because people think you're funny.
See Lippy, yeah? Lippy can talk shit, but make you believe in his shit.
That it sounds like he's being serious.
Because the way, not even that. Just the way he puts things across is very powerful.
Yes.
So if Lippy says to you right now, you're not wearing a hat, he can tell you that you're not wearing a hat in the most powerful way that you will go like this. Just to check if you're wearing a hat.
Mate,
do you get what I'm saying?
That's a good way to think about it.
I've got a lot of good analogies.
Yeah. What was the
I've got a lot of good analogies. Ask my exes, they'll tell you. The way I break it down to them, and I'm like, they're like, babes, I didn't even think of that.
What was the one you said in the car though? You said,
I said, when you was talking about people getting bad comments on Instagram. I said, you know
Say
what?
This one, please.
This is the way that people will get. No one in the world will get a bad. This is as I was saying.
So say that.
If I was Prime Minister,
there we go.
Yeah, I said that what I would do is anyone that doesn't like anyone, you wouldn't be allowed to follow anyone. Do you get what I'm saying? Because people follow people that they don't like, and they will still there every day write a bad comment to that person. You wouldn't be allowed to write a bad comment because you wouldn't be allowed to follow anyone that you don't like or anyone that you don't feel. So if you don't feel a fat person and you're slim, you would get in trouble for commenting on their shit, because if you don't like them, don't be here.
But again,
and only be in places where you like.
It's just not. Social media isn't real life anyway.
No, it's not real life, but it's very effective.
You can't have everyone saying that everything's amazing all the time.
No, you couldn't.
Sometimes you need to be brought back that you're doing dumb shit.
This is my thing. And this is my thing. As Prime Minister, what I would do, there is ways to say it. So you wouldn't be able to, if someone's big, you wouldn't be able to get under there and say, you're fat. Do you get what I'm saying? You might be able to leave a comment and say, you know what? I've got a new gym class if you want to come down, and I'm starting it and da-da-da-da-da. So it's going to be horribly nice.
Yeah.
So you're being horrible by telling them they're fat, but you're being nice by saying that, come to my gym. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you're allowed to do that. So I'm not saying that the world's going to be, everything's going to be glitters and gold and everyone's going to be nice. But don't, because you know what it is, and I always, this is why in my life I've always told people, whatever I've done, whether it's prison, whether it's drugs, whether it's guns, whether it's crime, whether it's this, that and the other, it's like, be bad, but don't be evil. God doesn't mind bad. He understands bad. I speak to him all the time.
What is bad?
No, let me tell you what bad is.
Do you know what I mean?
Bad
Compared
is
to evil.
Everything that I've done. But you see what evil is? Evil is burning someone with an iron in their house.
Okay.
Do you get what I'm saying? Evil is
from Asda.
seeing me having an argument with Josh, me and Josh having an argument, and then me seeing him with his mum and punching his mum and him in the face. That's evil.
That's different level.
Yeah. Bad is saying make sure next time you're not with your mum, I'm gonna fuck you up. And he'll be cool with that. All right, cool, bro. Love you, mate.
I feel it.
You get me? That's evil. Evil is torture. Evil is rape. Do you get what I'm saying? Bad is, I killed him, I didn't mean it. That's bad. We can understand that. But this is, okay, cool. Bad and evil, this is why you get more time for conspiracy to murder than murder. If I murdered him just right now, they'd be like, we just invited Tricky down for a podcast and he just went crazy, took a gun out of his bag and shot him.
Because it's premeditated.
If I plan to come here and they see messages, yeah, Dom, make sure you get me from my house.
And then I died.
And then you died, they'd be like, he fucking planned this. Okay. He planned to meet Dom, and that's evil, bro.
So what's the difference between is it third class?
Third degree murder.
What's the difference between third degree, second degree, first degree?
I ain't got a clue, and I should have a clue because
I didn't even know.
I watch a lot of crime documentaries.
Did you watch the American Murder, Chris Evans with the children?
No.
You don't watch that?
No.
Bro, Netflix tomorrow, even tonight, mate, after this. The American Murder, Friend Next Door, Netflix. A guy called Chris Evans. Watch that tonight.
You know, that's so far. I thought you meant Chris Evans was...
This is going to blow your mind.
Yeah.
But I won't... Sorry for spoilers or anything like that. But Tricky...
That's my surname, actually, Evans.
Evans?
Yeah.
Right. Evans like the
I can get a load of jobs over the phone. My name's Tristan Evans.
Do you want a drink, by the way?
I'll finish this one first.
Yeah, go on.
My name's Tristan Evans, so I get a lot of jobs over the phone. It's only when you turn up and it's like, he's
I know he's going to message me after this. Don't mind, we've got to take out my name.
No, bro, I don't give a shit. You know when people say take this out and take that out? Bro?
I have it all the time.
My thing is, bro, what's someone going to do? Like, tap into my name? Or
I always think that. I don't give a shit. Who knows my name? And right,
do you know what I mean? I actually want people to start calling me by my government name rather than Tricky, because Tricky sounds like rapperish. And
So what I wanted to ask, right, lastly, right, we'll just go into this because I just want to applaud you. Josh, come on, let's give him an applaud. Go on, Stan, and you. Because, honestly, like, the things that you guys are doing is resonating so well. And I have to really, really thank you for coming here. And like, I wanted to ask you one more little section. And I'd love to have you back again to have another conversation.
Anytime, bro. Come on, man. There's so many things we missed. We missed the whole beef and how it started. And
I mean, we can go into it.
And like, do you know what I mean? Like, so.
I mean, okay. Let's do it. Let's do it. While you're here. So. What did you think of ZZ Bills and Loons' argument?
What was about their argument?
It was it was a lot of... Did you watch it?
Yeah.
It was a lot of noise together.
No, mad noise. Mad noisy.
But it was, honestly, I watch a lot of podcasts and I thought it's still one of the most entertaining things to watch.
But Loons is very truthful. Loons...
He's so truthful that
everything that he says, he believes. When he said to her... I don't believe that you should be going to the club with your ugly friends. He means it.
But
you get what I'm saying?
People think this.
Girls think this. Yeah.
I don't care. Yeah. So when he was saying that, I was going, he's actually just said it. Girls purposely do not. Girls do not bring out their mates to these raves, Faces, Gilgamesh, all these places. They know
don't bring out the girls. Just don't bring out the ugly friend.
We see what you're doing. Do you remember
the ugly friend? The Butters for a festival, mate.
The Butters friend.
Yeah, the Butters friend. You bring her to a festival where you can hide her in the back. Do you get me? But Faces, when you're walking in and everyone's all glammed up, don't you dare do that. Like, and they never used to. Like, do you get what I'm saying? Like, they never used to. Like,
so listen, what we're gonna do, because I think this is going well, and I feel like you're ready to go into this conversation, because I wasn't sure if you were. What we'll do, I'm going to go into what you think about this argument. Quick break again. And we'll talk about Hackney and Tottenham with as much as you can speak about or would like to speak about. And go from there. What do you think?
Yeah, cool, man.
Right, so you guys, third time. We've had another break. But we're going to do the handshake and we're going to start again.
Yeah.
Trickster. Right. So the question I wanted to ask, because this is what Loons was saying, and Loons, please let me know if this isn't right. Loons was saying, going up West End means you need to look peng, can't have no Butters friends with you, so why did you bring them? Because he was like, and obviously he's drinking or whatever, so it's probably coming out worse. But he was saying, you knew there might be problems.
Yeah.
He was saying it like, say if there was no cameras now, is that am I right there?
Yeah.
So he was going, she's got tall shoulders and all of that.
Loon says
it was cracking me up.
Loon says what you would say in private in public.
That's it.
That's what it is, and that's why it shocks people. Fucking hell, I only said that with me and my mates, like hid behind the door. He's saying it in public. Do you get what I'm saying? So it's like,
but yeah, ZZ obviously just started biting, but I get what she was saying as well, because she was trying to say, you don't know what these girls look like, so I'm not that close with them. I liked that about her, because she's a star right now.
I like the way she protected her friends.
I like that she was like, these ain't even my code, these like, they're not even like my good friends.
Yeah, she's a major star. Like,
but like, I ain't gonna let you speak about them. Like. So I liked both sides, but it was just interesting to watch Loons, who you've grown up with him. He's just such a character, man. Just the way.
Yeah, I was fuming with him. I was like,
was you upset with him?
Because I love ZZ, man. She's my baby.
She's piff as well. ZZ, you're next, bro. I'm telling you.
Beautiful. Yeah,
beautiful,
ZZ, come on, man. Trust Dominic, man. He's a good guy.
Thank you.
Like, she's she's beautiful, man. Like, this is why even when they say to me, "Oh, you don't like black," I'm saying, don't tell me I don't like black women when I love ZZ, mate. That's all,
women.
That's all I need, bruv. Like, you get Michelle Obama or you get fucking Shelly Ann from fucking Stratford. What you want? Like, what you want? I'll go for Michelle, mate. Like, she's like our very own little, our baby Michelle Obama. You know. Yeah, like, you don't want Shelly Ann from Stratford. Fucking annoying, mate.
So, yeah, that's why I think, like, because I remember watching the episode on your podcast.
With ZZ.
With ZZ. So, like, you know when the listening party. Do you get backlash from the artists when you're saying, I don't like this tune?
No, because I make sure, and as I was telling you of the thing in the car about respect, I demand respect from people. So I give the utmost respect. I have to give it. You can't demand it and not give it. You have to give it. Like, as soon as I meet him, I'm just respecting you, bro. Like, do you get what I'm saying? Because I'm good. I'm demanding respect from you.
Even when we went to the chip shop, I see that. Talking to everyone.
Boss, you're right, bro. Yes, I demand respect and love from you. So I've got to give you the utmost love and respect. If you demand it, you got to give it.
But
you can't get it from
I have an English degree, yeah? So I take words so intensely, and I feel like demand's the wrong word for you, because I feel like you give out the energy you want back. You want, I feel like you want respect, so you're not actually like demanding it, like you need to give it to me or I'm gonna it's more like I want respect, so I'm gonna give it to get it back.
Even when I was on the street, so to speak, I got a lot of respect from love. I ruled my rules through like love and respect, and not through fear. You see a lot of gangsters and they rule through fear. Really? And you don't see a lot of documentaries and rappers, not rappers, but people rule through fear.
So,
do you get what I'm saying?
Rule through fear. I thought you said they like roam through fear. Because I always thought that they were fearless.
No, they
Sorry, I misunderstood you.
They rule their whole ship and run it through fear. People fear them and be like, I have to do this or I'm gonna die. I done it through respect. I respect Tricky so much. Tricky, oh no, man.
Okay.
I don't want to let him down.
I follow you.
Do you get me? They wasn't scared of me. They wasn't scared and thinking this, that, and the other. But in terms of and why I'm saying that is, I give these rappers respect. Like when I talk about their music, I only speak about their music. Do you get what I'm saying? You don't talk about them. I don't speak about them. I wouldn't say, he wasn't on the road. His music shit.
Because that's when things get deeper.
When you mention a man, when you question someone's gangster, when you question someone's authority, when you question someone as a person,
that's when shit gets
crazy.
I'm
questioning your music. So all you need to think about is your music.
But you've done music.
Do you know what I mean?
Creative people are very fucking sensitive.
100%.
So it's in the... See, I don't know if I could do what you do, where you're criticising... Because London's small. I don't know... Maybe I'm a pussy, I don't know. But I don't know if I would feel comfortable like criticising like a hard drill artist on an open platform. I feel like they'll just start coming for me.
Nah, the drill artists,
I'm being honest.
I go easy on them. The rappers like 25 plus, I go in on them.
Okay.
25 and below, I'm like, boys, you could change that.
Yeah, please.
What am I going to do that? I'll see you in a video with like 20 knives and 20 murderers and I'm going to be telling you that song's rubbish. No, it's a brilliant song, mate. You deserve to go number one.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Now, with the drill artists, you got and just in a more respectful way, innit? Like, I know these guys are, and not even fearing of them, just like, I know they're hot-headed, I know what zone they're in, and I know what zone I'm in. So, me riling them up, and remember, we're living in a world where everyone's got freedom of speech, so someone could just turn around any day and say, you know what, go
suck your mother.
Yeah, and I'll be like, oh my gosh, I didn't need that.
No, it used to be your mum. That used to...
Bro, but you know what it is?
Do
you know what it is? Because even now it is, like, see, from my era, anything about the mum, it could actually potentially get you killed.
Bro, I still think
100%.
now.
Because it will get you beat down. If someone
don't
said to
talk
me,
about
like,
people's mums.
tricky your mum, you're going to see a different side to me.
Oh.
I always tell people, don't think I'm taking everything away from you.
Just talk to me. Like,
say I'm
a dickhead or whatever.
Talk about my dad. I'll take that on the chin.
Actually, yeah.
I'll take that on the chin. I'll be like, he can handle himself. No, he probably deserved that. I heard what he done to mum. Yeah, I feel the same way about my dad. But you talk about my mum, it's gonna bring me out in a different, because mums
they are the most
special
people
thing in the world.
Oh.
Don't mention that. And I tell people, like, and this is why I would never do it to someone, because I know how I would feel, and I don't even know you as a person. You might not take it the most serious way, but because I think of how I will feel, I think, you know what, if someone says my mum, I'm gonna attempt to try and kill them. So
that's 100%.
No, I'm gonna attempt to try and kill you. So let me not mention your mum, and I won't even mention you. I don't know, man. I'm very, very, very protective over them things of even mentioning them or having them mentioned to me.
Oh,
like mum's precious. Yeah,
it's too precious, man.
I remember one time some guy said my mum, and I brought him. I never forget. I brought him to my mum and apologized. My mum was like, "What's this guy doing?" Say something. My mum was like, "What are you doing?" Like, get in my ass. And I was like, "Mum," he said, "My mum." He said, "Say apologize." And he was like, "Sorry, mum." Like, And I was like, "Mum." And I sent him along the way. I was like, "Mum." I'll never forget, because I got beat for it.
Oh, for bringing him to the yard.
My mum was like, "What do you think you are, you prick?" Like, let me just. Oh, who do you think you are? I was like, "Mum, you think you're doing something good?" Mum, I was like, "Mum, he was talking about you, and he said this." And she was like, she weren't having it. Like, she didn't understand. But I was like, I've always been serious about the mum, like the mum thing.
And that's why I just knew that, like, we meet and we'd have a good conversation, because.
But let me not cut you as we was going.
Yeah.
About the rappers, and let me just add it.
And finish it. How do you deal with that?
I deal with it by, they give me respect because I never mention their of things.
It's just music.
I don't say you wasn't a drug dealer. You're lying in your rhymes and da-da-da. I don't care about that.
Yeah, if I like the music,
if I like the music, I like the music. I always tell people, like I told Lippy sometimes, don't mention the fact that you don't rate him, or he ain't real, or da-da-da-da.
Okay.
None of that matters.
I respect that.
None of that matters to me.
I would love to ask as well, and you could ask him for me, like, how does someone like Margs, who is incredibly lyrically talented, me personally, I think he is incredibly lyrically, like
bad boy.
It's actually like
very highly,
and I love
underrated.
what he's doing, but it like gets to me. I wonder how he feels being on somewhere like the listening party and listening to. I wonder how it's like for him to have to judge other. People that he may have done songs with, or may do songs with. Do you get what I'm saying?
Program now called Point of View.
Okay.
And when Margs gives his point of view on his top 5 artists.
That you were on?
Top 5, yeah.
That was very, very good, man.
So
you Hackney man hate grime.
No,
you don't do.
No, do you know what it is with grime? As Hypo tried to say it, but he said it wrong.
He always says it wrong.
Grime man are Egypt. I was like, we can't say that. Like, let's just say that I didn't grow up to grime. I wasn't, because all the things that I mentioned I was doing, I wasn't getting gassed up for a robbery listening to Dizzy Rascal. It would have made no sense. The robbery would have gone completely wrong. Like, in my eyes. I was listening to rap, and I was listening to this and that and the other, and when we started rapping, we were... I rated the rappers around me, so I listened to Margs, I listened to T-Mac, and I listened to Joe Black. Like, do you know what I mean?
That's hard, because I just always go back to it, and I'll say this, like, you all separately had this mad appeal that could appeal to the UK and the US. So why I love Asco so much, some people, their lyric schemes just sound like, it's just like, easy, and that's really hard for me to explain. That it's just like his flows. And,
I noticed that with a lot of and I'm not gonna. I don't talk about my guys a lot because I don't ever want to sound biased, but they rap effortlessly. Margs, come on, bro.
Okay, I know that is the word I was trying to. That was literally the word I was trying to find.
Margs raps effortlessly. Asco raps effortlessly.
Like,
there's no effort. It's just. You know what it is? He raps how he talks.
Oh man, sometimes I just need someone to
if
tell me
saying,
the
like,
words to explain what I'm trying to
probably
think.
grab a Nina or a Penga before the drat touch, you know what I'm saying? Like, and he will
Straight
talk like
for
that.
me, straight drop 2 and 4.
He'll just talk like that, and that's how he talks. Like, yeah, cause Chancellor, boom, 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 yeah.
Mate, but I'll tell you what I love. What verse of you I love? Which verse I actually love? I don't know about if you like it. Lead alone.
Yeah, on the
K-Coke and Big French.
K-Coke and Big French, yeah. K-Coke,
it's just you three.
K-Coke and
I
Big
thought
French,
that one, the beat was sick, and
Sick.
like what people don't get about your verse you're doing there is you were sort of like not trying to just show like lyrical ability. You was more like it was like a hype sort of interlude bit for K-Coke.
Yeah.
But some people wouldn't understand that.
Yeah, they wouldn't.
What was your favourite song that you did?
I think that was one of them, and my favourite, Really Hustle. Really Hustle was with me, Hypo, and Asco.
With the R6 bikes,
Yeah,
and you had the
we
big
had-
jacket,
the
like an
R6,
era
yeah.
petrol station.
Yeah, the R1 and
That was a really good tune actually.
yeah, that was a big tune, man. That was a big tune.
That must have been an amazing time, man.
Yeah, it was sick. It was just like really
Scary though
like,
as well with the rivalries that you had, I guess.
Yeah, with the rivalries, I think with that it just made it like, I don't know. I think it made it
Like a competition a bit more.
yeah. And I wouldn't want to be bad, but I never ever rated my enemy's rapping ability.
Okay.
But
But that's probably because it was so much deeper.
No, it doesn't matter if it's deeper.
Oh, does it not? Okay.
Giggs is my guy, but if Giggs was my enemy, there's no way that
whole
any
period.
enemy. There's no enemy of Giggs that can say that Giggs is shit. So they must be doing their nut
Yeah, like
in their house, like fuck
They're
yeah.
sitting at home going,
Be like whipping excursion. You be like, fuck, he's got another one. Fucking hell,
Piff
Giggs,
green
you're doing
on the
my
market.
Oh, you'd be like, fucking hell, he's not stopping.
Listen, that whole little period,
Bro,
PYG,
I always say to my guys, I
all
say,
of
you know
that.
what? So lucky we didn't have dramas with anyone that we thought was amazing.
That's so true, you know.
Because imagine someone having dramas with Jay-Z, like, and fuck,
You're sitting there singing his song.
He's just winning. And then you end up bloody being at home, like, whipping excursion, like, Like, I'll tell you a joke. Like, we used to have, because So Solid used to hang around with the guys that we used to have dramas with. We're cool now, like, big up Mega, Harvey.
Absolute
You get what I'm
legends,
saying?
man.
Yeah, like, but we used to have dramas with them because they used to hang around with the people that we didn't get along with.
Okay.
Do you get what I'm saying? So, but fucking hell, every place we went, we heard 21 seconds. We was like, turn that off.
Still to this
We was
day.
like, turn that off, DJ, or this whole place
Get
is
lick
getting
off.
torn off. You get me? Okay, cool. And he'll just put on, pow, yeah, let's leave it. All right, that's cool.
No, but
we'll deal with that.
This is what I'm saying. Is
Yeah.
in that conversation when you was like saying the top 5, I will say my taste, I was heavy into grime. Heavy into grime growing up. I won't lie. Giggs, I would say Mike GLC just got me into that UK rap thing. Because I used to think that they sounded too American, UK. But then Mike GLC come in, and I still think he is hard. He makes comics now. You seen this?
No.
He makes comics.
Yeah.
Like, full on. Publishes comics. But anyway, go look at his stuff. Then, for me, you guys were around, but I heard you guys the same
And
time I
always
heard
say, like,
PYG, SI.
And I like to say this because people always think that I don't get along with Mike GLC because sometimes he'll put up things and it will go on.
I never heard of that.
And I'll make comments.
So I didn't actually put his name in there.
No,
because of that. I had no
that's
idea.
what I'm saying. It's crazy. God put his name in there, bro. So
I
can
swear
talk-
down, I just
No,
said
I'm
it,
saying,
like, I had no
but
idea.
God done it, so I can talk about it. Like he's like,
Why do people think that though?
because some comments that are right, like, or probably because he's from North London, and people automatically think everyone from North London
Hates
someone
anyone
from
from-
Hackney. They hate them. They automatically think that until you speak about it, they just think there's an automatic hate. But Mike GLC, and I'll say that to say this, like Mike GLC was one of the first ones that we saw with the blueprint of
How to do it?
of kind of how to do it. With
He used to sell his CDs
bro,
in
he
the
sell
street.
CDs and on the street, and I said it before, and I've never wanted him to think of it like any sort of disrespect. You get me? When I said that, yeah, we used to roll up, because we used to go down there on our R6s and R1s and like 10 bikes and just roll up to Oxford Street and park right outside the Foot Locker so all the girls can see. And park right outside the Selfridges. And one time we see Mike GLC out there and he was selling CDs, like, you get what I'm saying? But we're hustlers at the time. We're not selling no CDs out, like, da-da-da-da-da. But
and you're probably thinking, this don't even make no sense.
But when we started doing rap, it was that what we looked to say, let's get out there. But I didn't go out there myself. I used to send guys up there and be like, yeah, you lot here. Here's 50 CDs. Go to Oxford Street. I'm going to give you a one for the day. Like, just go up there and sell it. Make sure these CDs go. Do you get what I'm saying?
But Westwood did a madness.
Oh, Westwood. Westwood was... That was like epic for us, because we was at the stage where everyone in the industry was messing with the guys from the other side. So with Westwood, when he let us up, that was like our first introduction to the industry, because we weren't allowed on Channel U. We weren't allowed. You
guys, at that point, people thought grime was road, but there was no way they were letting UK rapping.
No, 100%.
Because it was all very authentic. The people that were talking were real.
Because as soon as they check the records, they'll be like, this gang here, there's a book called Guns and Gangs. It came out like about 2002.
Oh really? Okay. I read a lot. So
read that. Read Guns and Gangs.
I just finished reading Stephen French's.
It's got Hackney. It's got the Hackney and Tottenham story in there. It's got it's got the Brixton and Peckham. It's got all the stories in there. It's got stories in there.
Guns and Gangs.
Guns and Gangs.
Mate, when we finish this, I'm gonna read that.
100%. Read that, and that is where you're gonna get a lot of your information of how it started, where it went, and and how this happened and how that happened.
Hackney and Tottenham. Right now, what is the
It's okay, cool.
What is the vibe about that situation now?
Before I get there, I'll say, even when we left off before, when we was at the, and I like to always go back and say to people, so people can, I'm painting a picture and I'm adding up the story, so you don't think, oh, the story's here and then the story's there. So when we come out of the robberies and this, that, and the other, and before I went to prison, the first time, 96, 97, there was a rivalry. Like we used to do robberies together.
With the other side?
With Tottenham. Like, we used to do
I never knew that.
No one does, because no one ever talks about it. Everyone just knows about this part of how it got here and they don't like each other. And no one ever goes back to how it started. We used to do robberies together and this, that, and the other. And obviously with money, things get involved.
Of course.
And then
even with friends.
And even with friends. But when things are getting involved with the money and they're not so much your friends and they're leaving at 6 o'clock after school, after the robbery, and going all the way to Tottenham, and we're talking about them when they go, like, what the fuck? Like, my man, I'm sure he took like an extra grand out of there. Like, I'm sure I saw him and did it. And it happened a couple of times, and then we started having little arguments, and then one person from down there stabbed one of my mates, and then after my mate got stabbed and and then someone over there died.
And then it just goes.
Someone over there died. And then when someone dies, it's
on.
It's on now. Do you get what I'm
100%.
saying? I keep saying this, and I like to, even when I talk, and you always hear me in my podcast, I like to talk, and when I can, give a lesson. And this is what I always tell the people, like, mind what you do, because if you ain't killed no one or ain't had it dead serious, there's still time to just run away and tap out and say, you know what, I'm not on this. Because no one ain't died yet, so it's free. Because at a stage where I wanted to tap out, 3 people have died. You get me? 2 on this side and 1 on their side, and do you know what I mean? And it's like, you can't tap out now because we got to avenge these murders. Do you get what I'm saying? We got to avenge this and we got to do this, and so you can't tap out. But in answer to, and that's just me covering over it quickly as we do. We'll probably do another episode and talk about that.
We're gonna
you get me?
Stop soon. But it's
to where it is now. It's like. And I won't say who, but I contacted one of them even the other day. And I'm saying this for the first time ever. This is mad exclusive. Mad exclusive. I contacted one of my enemies that I've had an ongoing beef with for 24 years. You get me? Shot to shit. I'll probably show you the voice note and who after. Do you get what I'm saying? But just to say, we need to sit down and have a conversation. Not about what's happened and but how it's affected you, where we're going, like what was it about, and this, that, and the other. Like, how was you feeling during it, and this, that, and the other. he said he spoke nicely of me and this, that, and the other, and said that, oh, you don't know if he can do that and right now and this, that, and the other. But it's just something that where we're at now is conversations that I think for the youth need to be had in the open.
Absolutely, man.
Do you get what I'm saying? Because you don't have there wasn't a bigger drama in London at one stage. Like, and everyone,
just to make
north,
everyone
south,
know,
east, west,
it's one of the
everyone
biggest
side.
rivalries where most deaths, I'll probably say alongside the Peckham rivalries, I'll probably say it was the same, if not worse, in terms of deaths and the generational effect and hazards it has. So, I mean, lastly...
Bro, the effect... When I say,
how does it affect...
When I say generational, when you say generational effects here, bro, I had an auntie in North London that I couldn't go and see. This is how... Some of these guys got beef and you can talk to each other and this, that, and the other. I couldn't even go to Tottenham and see my auntie. And this was like, I'm like...
Was your face that bait as well?
I'm 16.
Because of the... Was your face that bait as well because of...
Because of
your
my
brothers
brother. Yeah, my brother. My brother was like one of the main ones.
And do you look like your brothers?
Not my stepbrother. He was like the main one. My brother that I actually look like, he wasn't so far on the roads as us.
Okay.
Do you get what I'm saying? Like, so the one that didn't really look like me, that people just knew, like, as soon as you say his name, you say Tricky, that's his brother. Yeah. He was out there. So as soon as his name, I got bait, not because of my badness and not because of everything I'd done. But I'm not even blaming my brother, just affiliations. Like, my brother was super
and because you was on it as well.
No, and because I was on it as well.
So
but
it's just double. And
it's just double. Like, do you get what I'm saying? But they know my brother more so for all of that. Like, everything. Like, I'm talking like the full 100. Like, do you get what I'm saying? Like, even people from Tottenham, if they spoke about him, they'll speak about him in a good way. They won't like him, but they will always say, do you know what? I respect him. And this is what you get from the old school generation of gangsters. They won't like each other, but they'll damn well, they will respect each other.
Okay.
Do you get what I'm saying? Ask one of the fucking crazy people them if they're alive, if they respected the Richardsons. Of course they did. You always respect your main enemy, because your main enemy is bringing that out of you. So when people say, "Oh, Tricky, you was bad," and I had to be, because the people that I was dealing with was super bad. So I'm not gonna put them down and say they were a bunch of idiots, because I wasn't fighting them on my own. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I didn't fight with myself. Like, I was fighting with some serious people. So I'm not going to turn around now and say they weren't serious.
Of course.
They was dead serious. When I was in certain places, it was like, fucking no, we got to get out. Like, these guys are coming in. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. I just think, look, like, to end like a really, really good conversation episode. And do you know what? It's not even the end. I feel like it's the beginning.
Part one.
Yeah.
Part one, bro.
That's how I feel.
Part one, bro.
Is there anything out of everything experienced to what you're experiencing now? So you've come from the road buzz to prison to rape. Honestly, right now you don't get you're raising a generation of put the guns down, put the knives down. Without even with just doing things like this, like
without just coming out and saying, put your guns down, please.
Because you didn't. So it's like, is there anything lastly that you could say about the experience you've had with me today, or anything that could affect people watching about the version they have of you in their minds and what you're what to do? Just, is there anything you could say that you'd like to lastly sort of close it off with? If people have any sort of old thoughts about you, or for the kids, do you get it? Like,
about me, I don't really worry about their thoughts of me, because I understand that people's thoughts are going to be people's thoughts, and unless they sit down as close as we are and have our energy and have a sit down, half of the people that have odd thoughts about me have never met me.
There you go.
Same as me.
And the same with me.
Same as me with other people. Sometimes I'm like, he's a prick, man.
Some people hate me, and I don't know. I don't get it.
Sat down with me and said, "Chick, why would you call him a prick?" And like, Like, tell me more what you know about him. I'll be like, I fucking never met him. And they'll be like, what the fuck? How'd you call him a prick then? Like, how'd you know? Like, I just think he's a prick. Like, do you know what I'm saying? And all of us do that to a certain extent. We judge people before even meeting them. Do you get what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So when people are like, oh, Tricky, I know him from this, that, and the other, it's taken me years, and I got my point across more when I'm talking than when I was rapping.
Rapping, okay.
When I was rapping, and this is why I had to stop rapping, because when I was rapping, I'm saying one thing and I'm rapping another. I'm rapping about drugs, guns, and I'm standing with 30 murderers in my video, and then I'm coming out and telling them I'm not on no crime. Police are like,
what are you talking about?
But you was with my man and he's in prison now for shooting him last week. What are you talking about? Like how can you say... So that's why I had to even step away from rap, and now people get me more. So I don't really have that problem in answer to your question, because people get me more now I talk. They kind of feel like...
100%.
I understand you more now, Tricky.
Yeah.
I get you now, Tricky, because... someone can't really get you within a 16 of a rap.
No.
Like if a 16 and I say, you know, I'm a good guy and I do this.
Not when you're on an R6 and an Averex in the dark with a hood on.
And then the next time I'm speaking about put your guns down, they'll be like, well, you fucking had yours up, mate. Like, what the fuck? Like,
well,
how are we doing this?
Well, look, Tricky, come here, mate. Give us a hug, son. Man. Come on here.
Energy, bro. Energy.
Energy.
Bro, that's love, man.
I appreciate
come on, bro.
You coming on and sharing your energy and your story with me on my podcast. I'm really honestly honoured, mate. And you're doing so good for the world. Okay, you've had your past, but again, like what I said earlier.
I don't want you to understand that. I've had my past. I've still got 15% of badness in me, but I'm 85% great guy.
And Josh,
go with the 85%.
Let's give a clap to Josh as well.
No, Josh, he's been very calm. He's been quiet.
Very calm and patient.
Yeah, 100%.
I'm gonna get an.
And I know at the start he was thinking, why the fuck are you taking so long? But now it's all done, and he's thinking, this is what I've got as content. He's a bit happy now. I can see it in his face.
Josh.
Yeah, I wish the camera could just spin around on him, like, do you get what I'm saying?
So, guys, again, thank you so much. And Tricky, until we meet again, bro.
God bless, man. Big up.
Bro, that was serious.
Told you, I'll come with the energy, bro.